Today I'm going to show you how to make your music sound professional in industrial production. Without further ado, let's just dive straight to the video. But first, before we start, I realized something. Most beginners think their music doesn't sound professional because of plugins. So you see producers downloading plugins every time, every day, without even like getting any improvement in their production. Plugins doesn't play that big role. There are three usual things that play roles. It's sound selection. But I realized another thing. In order to make your music sound professional, there are only a few tricks that you can use, like a clean bass line, like a clean drums or clean kick, then also some simple sounds, and then little bits of sound there and there, so if you start like putting like around 20-30 sounds in your production, that's not production. You are now sticking, so you're no longer making a track, you are sticking sounds together. And then today I'm going to show you how to clean that production and how to make a high quality beats in FL Studio as a beginner. Without further ado, dive in with me. The first thing that we do that's run our production is by putting effects on your master. You see someone putting some dynamics, some EQ, some reverb, and then ask yourself, why do you even put effects on your master? You can't put effects on your master without production, so you have to finish your production and then maybe you can put masters. So you see, my master is always empty when I do production in FL Studio. And since I cover most of Amapiano here, I'm just gonna use Amapiano as an example. So as you can see, I haven't put any effects, it's empty, clean, right? That's the first step. Then the second step is finding the right drum loop or creating my own drums. So now I'm going to be using a drum loop. And then the second step is what? Finding the right drum loop that's going to fit your perfect sound, and that's going to fit the sound that you're looking for, right? So let's go with an example maybe. Maybe I'm using this drum loop, right? Okay, as you can hear, the drum loop is clean and straightforward. You don't have to add anything in this drum loop because the drum loop already is being mixed by the producer, by the original, by the person who made this drum loop, right? So you don't need to mix the drum loop. The drum loop is already mixed for you. All you have to do is start production, or you can now just adjust it like there and then, or tweak it there and then, or if like you want to make it unique, let's say like we have our drum loop like this, and then maybe you want to blend them together, or you want to make them unique, right? Most of the time, like we tend to blend drums like maybe 4 or 3rd time, depending on your vibe, right? Okay, so how to blend them and how to get that clean, high quality drum loop. All right, so this is gonna be my first drum, right? Let me check for a second one. Maybe this is gonna be my second one, right? And then the third one. So like maybe I'm gonna use 3 drum loops to create one unique drum loop for me, right? But then how do I do that? The first thing that I have to do is I have to put everything. Since I'm gonna be using this tree, I'm gonna use this two on the same pattern, Then this maybe gonna be my main drum, right? So before I start, as you can hear, the drum already, it sound mixed and mastered. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do much. All I have to do is to balance these sounds and then just duplicate the drum into my own sound, right? Let's do that. So now I'm gonna open the second one. So since we have the second one, number 2, what I have to do first, I'm gonna remove all the bass or the kick here because we already have our own kick, right? Then I'm gonna remove the high mids here. Not so much, just a little bit, Even this one. Then the third step is to decrease the volume here, bro. Change the tempo a little bit, a pitch, my bad. Even here, a pitch a little bit, and then we're gonna have, right, and then we're gonna have a drum loop like this. So we can use the main one also, like little bit of an EQ. Alright guys, so as you can hear, right now we have a clean drum loop, right? We don't have to do anything, we don't have to put anything here in our mixer. Our mixer is still empty. And then now we go to what? We go to cut. Okay, let's start with the bass line first. So since we're gonna start with the bass line plays an important role in the track. Because if your bass line is bad, which means your chord's gonna be bad too. But then if your bass line is dope, which means your chord gonna be dope too. Alright, and then now we're gonna be talking about what? Sound selections. Sound selections. We have different plugins that we can use for bass. We have like hundreds of plugins. Me personally, I have my own bass line, so I'm just gonna go to my own bass line and then I'm gonna do an example for you using two different type of bass lines. Okay, this is my bass line right here. And then now we're just gonna go to this plugin also, which is Spy, and then find another bass line, any random bass line. Doesn't matter the name of the bass line, Okay, we do have one there. Okay, so we have these, and then we have these. So do you hear the difference right now? This one is bouncy, and then this one is also bouncy, but in a different way. Right, so let's say we're drawing maybe a simple pattern. This is where the sound selection plays an important role. As you can hear now, if we use the second plugin. And remember, we haven't added anything in our mixer, but the way our bassline sound right, professional, clean, and matured, right? And then we're gonna use another bassline also, just to make an example. Okay, let's check for another preset here. Okay, so what's gonna be doing here? I'm just gonna be blending the bass line with an log track. So now we can like maybe blend them sound together for another So now we can hear like sound selection, right? Alright, so you see the important role of the sound selection. Alright, let's just remove this one. Now let's go straight to chord and you can see what I'm talking about. And remember, we haven't added anything, we haven't done anything in our mixer. We leave our mixer alone, bro. We give it what production right now. Okay, now let's go to our production here. I'm just gonna use Lizard. Okay, so now the most advanced plugin or the most interesting plugin is Lounge Lizard. Why I love Lounge Lizard? Because we have all the access for to play around with your chord. You don't need to put some effects also. You can put like only an EQ to remove the heads or the bass, or the mids. But then other than that, bro, you don't need anything. And also you can also remove the mids here in this plugin. So mostly you don't need to put any effects when you're using Lounge Lizard unless you know what you're doing. So most of the time when people send me projects for mixing, I'll be opening Lounge Lizard and then I'll be seeing like reverb, I'll be seeing delays, I'll be seeing chorus, and I'm asking myself, bro, as you can see right in the screen, we have a chorus, we have a phaser, we have a compressor, we have an equalizer, we have a corrector, we have temper, EQ, PQ. You can name them all, bro. So what you have to do now, you have to play around with them knobs. You need to stop being lazy. Another thing, that's the second thing. If you want your production to sound like an industry level, you need to start being lazy. You need to start doing some research by plugin that we are using, because you can't like keep changing plugins like always. You're gonna change plugins until what? Alright, let me stop talking and then let me show what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm just gonna write simple code also. Something complex, listenable chord will do. I'm just gonna keep it simple like this, Okay, what are you noticing when I'm playing this? Let me play again, then just tell me what you're noticing, bro. Okay, the chord sound distort, right? So my vibration and stuff like that. And then now you're gonna change the plugins because the sound bad. Now you don't change the plugins, you change how you produce. what we're gonna be doing here, bro, check the reason being, the first reason, your velocity is too high. So what we're gonna do, we have to reduce the velocity, right? Reduce the velocity into something, yeah. Then we do the alto R, just like we're playing a real piano, stuff like that. Now hear the difference. So now if you want like our chord to be more advanced and stuff, we're just gonna go to our lounge lizard. Remember I said we don't put any effects, anything here. Right now let's go here. So as you can see, the reverb is kind of low. I'm gonna increase the volume here of the reverb. As you can see, we also have settings of how you want your reverb to play like. Right, bro, how nice is that? Okay, now let's just go to reverb first and play. I'm gonna increase the volume to full capacity. I can go to my mix and then just I'm just gonna add a chorus. Turn on the chorus here, and then let's go. Oh, bruh. Alright. Cue. Nice. Then now we're gonna play with these three here. These ones, bro, they kinda sensitive, so you have to know what you're doing here. Or just go beats by views now until you find the right sound. So just gonna close the noise all out and then the turn on loud. But then these ones we gotta move a little bit, bro. As you can hear, like the plugin now have done us 90% of the job. What we're gonna be doing here, we're just gonna add the last 10% of the job. Right, let's do that. The last 10%. And what we're gonna be doing here, we're just gonna add a little bit of EQ and a reverb. Nothing much, bro. Nothing much. We can also add the we can even like add only EQ, you know. So what I love to do, I love to make my vocal sound dark and vibe like that. My chord sound dark and dark like that, you know. Bro, I have my drum and then I'm gonna put it on number 2. now we have something like this, right? You can go crazy. Yeah guys, so as you can hear, like now our bass line sound nice, but then we haven't mixed the sound, the bass line right so far. So what else do you need? You need a pad. And then now, as you can hear, our pad is kinda too much. Just gonna decrease the volume here, velocity, bro. And then take this one here. This here. Okay, we're gonna fix this one later. Now what do we need? We need an RP, right? Or a lead. Okay, and then we have something like this. Then we can play around with it, maybe. So let's hear. So now we can like play around with your bass. And then another thing, guys, as you can see, we haven't added anything in our mixer. What plays a big role here is sound selection, and then putting impulse and sound also. That's what plays a little role, not what I did use or what I have used. Okay, maybe it also plays a role by the plugin that I've used, because the plugin that I've used already, the sound that come from the plugins, they kind of like sound pre-mixed and stuff like that. So it's so easy for me to kind of like work with my production, you know. Yeah. But then I want like my bass line to be deep. The only way to feel this feel of this bass line, you gotta have monitors or you have to put headphone, bro. You can't do this with your speaker, laptop speaker or computer speakers, bro. Trust me. Yeah. So now it's time to do the crazy stuff. Just gonna copy this one here. And then we're gonna have like like our bass line is kind of vibrating too much. So I have like plugins to use for that. You can use an EQ, but then I love to use this one. It's kind of compressing my bass in a cool way. And I'm done. Then now the nice part, bro, is adding another drum, bro. That's gonna add the purpose to this one. So let me show you what I'm talking about. POV. And then let's go. So this one happens when we about to add the little drum, maybe something like that. Now when it comes to lock drum, bro, always mix your lock drum. As you can hear, like it's got some distortion and vibration, which I don't want, bro. So I want this to be up, but then this tree to be down. Which means we're gonna take this one a little bit and then a little bit of three. So we can take this two down also. Just take three out. Then we're gonna close all these ones. Then I'm gonna compress it a little bit. Compress and boost. And then I'm gonna have something like this. Hey guys, so I hope this video was helpful. If it did, you know what to do. Drop the comment, tell me what's on the learn next. By the way, this is your voice of Guru. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Bless up.